Welcome to the stream. It's your host, Scorpio365, a.k.a. the Scorporation. We are live here at the Scorporation on YouTube.com, and we're going to get involved with a little bit of golf before work. It's a work day. Got to be there shortly. This is not going to be long, maybe an hour or so. But, let's jump into the career mode. No warm-ups. Gotta go. Time is of the essence here. We're in the PGA Tour. This is the Serenity Championship. First round. They really gotta fix these load times. These load times are ridiculous.
.a Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group.
Sent you invite.
Maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
So it appears this player's
and dropped a like I'm still live though.
That should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Yeah, Ricky Fowler sounds like he's up for the challenge. On social media, he's been talking about this rivalry. Is Ricky ever not up for the challenge, though? He'll smile as he's beating you, that's for sure.
Yes, likes to kill him with kindness, does our Ricky. He is a wonderful fella on and off the course. And with a renewed confidence in his game, the new father's looking to shine here. This will be a tough challenge for our rivalry. Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure.
Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Come on, get down. Nicely done. This putt coming up is for birdie.
This is on a stupendous line.
That's disappointing. This is a par putt. Starting the round at even par.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
He finds himself in a share of fourth. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
This one looks to be slightly offline here. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Okay, let's get back to the action. Getting ready to play their third. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Ooh, that almost went down. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Oh, just missed. This next putt is for bogey. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Currently at +1 for the day.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
Looking to bounce back after that bogey at the last. That wasn't pretty. Hopefully this one is better.
Nicely done. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Opting for the 6 iron. Yep, that shot's safely on the green. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Don't be shy.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. A par putt on the table.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 1 over for the event. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with a mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it.
Oh my, how about that for a par? And that'll promote a good move up the standings. This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And that should secure the par on this one. Now, current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Taking aim from about 170 yards. Just a couple back from our leader. And choosing the 8-iron here. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. Just didn't drop. And this one is for his par. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Time to tee off at the 6th. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Good shot there, Beamer.
This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
It's looking solid.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. To the top 5 he goes. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Oh, look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Second shot here on the 7th.
Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Ricky Fowler as well.
Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
This is a good chance.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
And with it, he moves to 1 under par.
And after that hole, this player is currently tied at the top of the leaderboard alongside the ever-present Colin Morikawa.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3.
Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
And this putt to move into the top 20.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Let's get back to it, shall we? Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Oh, what a super shot. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone.
Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Wow, that was just striped. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
12 feet to the cup coming up.
Nice little par putt here.
It's on a great line.
That's a good putt to make, that one. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That is hunting for the hole.
That's one of those putts that you're proud of at the end of a round. They all add up.
Before this putt was hit, they looked their playing partner in the eye and gave a signal. That was mean, but fair.
Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee. Yeah, that one will play. Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
That's nicely done. And here we are with the third shot.
Currently in the lead by a shot.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. That's tracking.
That will drop and it will extend the lead.
And that will take him to 3 under.
And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second.
Time to tee off on the 11th. Great shot. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Let's return to live play now. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. How close was that to going down? Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Nicely holed. And for par. Leading by 3 strokes now. Let's head to the 12th hole. Opting for the 5-iron. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here.
Go on, get in the hole.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. And there it goes from the sand. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Let's see what happens here at the 13th. This lie won't be too bad in the first cut. That was a bit of a miscue.
Well, he tried to fade it in there, but just didn't commit to it.
A par putt awaits.
This has eyes for the hole. That's inside the range. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Going with the 8-iron here. A wonderful shot into 14 and sets up another look at birdie.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And now that finds him in first place. This hole is a par 5. Good looking shot this. Playing from around 240 yards.
Currently leading by 2.
opting for the 3-wood. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Looking really good, this one. Oh, that's a ripper.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Oh, that celebration, that's a little spicy. I don't know if these two are going to be talking now.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. 7 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Stepping up to the 16th tee now. Choosing the 9-iron here. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. Putting for birdie.
Like deployed.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Now at the 17th hole. That was wonderfully done. Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
Yes, the only thing that could ruin it now is a triple bogey.
Going with the 5-wood.
Uh-oh, this one's headed for the rough.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind
Sent you
his
invite.
rival. Can he
And
do the
drop the like
catching
I'm
up that's
still live
necessary?
though. Like deployed. Good pudding.
Sitting at 7 under par for the day. Currently in top spot.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Yep, you'll take that. Now 4 shots up after that hole. Rich, we find ourselves at the finish.
That was an interesting NBA debate last night.
Seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Oh, clever play that. Just get it back into the fairway. Getting ready to play their third.
Went straight down.
This one might need to get down a little. It's all come down to this. Putt for the title.
And for the record, Isaiah Thomas is the best point guard. Omau.
Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Well, you've got to take your hat off to them, Rich. Just an outstanding performance this week.
Second win of the season. Playing awfully well at the moment. Let's see if they can keep up this good run of form.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
In the lead, good job, brother.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is all the time I had. The Shriners Children's Open will be the next one I play, and that'll be tomorrow. I gotta get ready for work. Big Joe in the building. I appreciate all of that. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is the best point guard. Yeah, he was alright, but I still like the whole theory of, you know, Magic in his era was the best forever, and in this era it's Curry, because the game changed. Once the game changed, you can't say, you know, they don't play by the same rules. So the game style, the gameplay is different. So you can't really pin them against each other. You'd have to pin the era against each other. The era. Because the gameplay is decided by that era. They played rougher. There was no you can shoot threes when you want to.
I agree with 100%.
You know, back in Magic's time, if he could have shot that far, you know why he got across the half court and look for the pass? Yeah, he's got to look for the pass when he crosses half court, because he's not shooting it from 35 feet. He's not a threat for that. And at 6'8", 6'9", a smaller guard could steal the ball from you. This is why they always have point guards bring the ball up, because other guards will steal the ball if the big guy doesn't have handle. And Magic was an anomaly. You know, but it still didn't mean he didn't get his pocket picked by a smaller guard. So yeah, when he comes up court and he crosses half court, he's got to pass it to somebody, because that's his job. That's the point guard's job. Curry can do the same, but you got to play differently with Curry. You got to be up on him at that half court line. If you're not, it's a 3 from 40 feet. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who you is, I'll take that over a little assist for an alley-oop dunk. Because the dunk's only 2 points. If you're down by 5, you don't need a dunk. If you're down by 5 late in the quarter, it's the end of the fourth. You got seconds left in the game. You do not need a dunk. You need a 3, right? So if Magic's coming to half court and you lean back because he ain't got no 3, y'all sag off and y'all hug the 3-point line. What's got to happen? He's got to try and draw a foul. He's got to drive and try and draw a foul and draw attention so he can kick for a 3. It's different with Curry. With Curry, it's different. He gets across that half-court line, you better be up on him. And if you're not up on him, that's a 3, and y'all losing the game. If you get up on him, he blows by you, and then he does the Magic effect. The defense collapses. Somebody has to get in front of the ball carrier. They get in front, and then Curry kicks it to the wing for a Thompson 3 or a Green 3 or whoever 3. But that's the name of the game. That part of the game never changed. You know, from when Magic played till now. You know, you drive and kick and get an open shot. That part of the game never changed. And if they want to say who's the best at doing that, there's a lot of people. But Magic was noted as a 6'9" guy that could do that. And okay, take 2 shots out of the game and still dominate the game. But Curry can do that too. I've seen Curry just be a facilitator. When teams lock in on him, they don't want him to shoot the 3. When he gets an idea of that early, he goes into getting in the lane. And when he gets in the lane and starts making this jelly layup, that's it. He makes one. The next time y'all jumping out trying to block it, he's making a nice pass. I've seen him do it too many times. I cannot say whether or not he's better than Magic or not, because they're in 2 different eras. It's 2 different eras. You know? It's 2 different eras. I like the fact that Michael Jordan came out and said something, though. My boy never says much about anything when it comes to these GOAT conversations, but he came out and supported Magic. And I understand that, because Magic had to deal with a lot of racism. Let's just deal like this. He had to go to a lot of places where they were hostile. Not like today's hostile, but they were like hostile. You know, this is the era before the internet. People knew who he was. He was a phenom. So yeah, he changed the game when he got in the game for that era. But since then, the game's changed twice or 3 times, right? Mike changed the game.
For your work entertainment tonight.
I'll be watching, Big Joe. Before I get off, I got about maybe 5 minutes. I'm gonna finish hammering home this point. Mike changed the game, right? Magic changed the game. Larry Bird changed the game. Kareem changed the game. The game changed constantly. But within the generation, our generation, it's changed multiple times within our generation. In their generation, it didn't change but so many times. You know, you had It was like generational talent came once every 10, 11 years. In the case of Michael Jordan, there hasn't been another one yet. Right? Everybody's aiming to be that, right? But you're finding different kinds of it, right? It's not just different kinds, one kind of Michael Jordan greatness. Michael did it all. But you're finding different kinds of those greatnesses, but not the generational talent that Michael was. Shaq came in the game and he changed the game as well. So we can't, I mean, I do believe Hakeem changed it as well. A big man that can move, that can shoot, and that played defense. Shaq was a dominating force, but his jump shot was crap. Hakeem could make free throws. You didn't want to foul him. And he was slick, he was smooth, he was sly. Different eras, I can't put them against them like that. You can't. Mike was the best in his era. Magic was the best in his era. Because his era came to a halt a little early, but it was going to get dominated by Michael Jordan anyway. Because he was the kind of player that broke the kind of things that Magic did. Magic had to get off the ball to somebody and get them involved in order for them to win. Magic could take over the game too himself. He can score.
I have a few Hakeem cards.
Yeah, Hakeem he was the dream. But Mike, you had to, you as a guard, now you got to guard Mike, and you got to spend so much time and effort and energy guarding Mike that you can't come back offensively. It's not the same with Magic. So Magic, he was giving up the ball, and half the time if they miss, that's not Magic's fault, right? But the team suffers together. Whereas with Mike, there was no missing. There was no option of missing. He barely passed the ball, and when he did, you better make it. So there was no, Mike just drove through there, and if you didn't present a good enough challenge, you got dunked on. You got hit with the three. You got hit with the fadeaway J on the wing. Magic wasn't doing that. Magic had to give up the ball to be effective. That was his job. Not that he couldn't score. It's just that was his job, to make those around him better. Steph is capable and always was and does make his teammates better. Why do you think Clay can score 37 on 2 dribbles? Let's be honest. Why do you think Clay can score 37 points in a quarter on 2 dribbles? Because Steph is running around drawing their attention. That's what Magic does as soon as he gets past half court. Same thing. I would not put those two against each other. I would say greatness is greatness. We got all of this AI stuff. They just want you not giving everybody the same homage. And I am. Because they both had to deal with a lot of horrors in their lives to get to where they were in their careers. And I appreciate all of them. All of them. I don't care, top 100. I never got to play the sport professionally or academically. So I appreciate all of them. And especially those that go back and help their communities. That's the number one thing right there. Helping your community. Help building schools, homes, helping to create jobs. That's the bottom line out of all of that. That's the whole purpose. When these guys get drafted, they cry their eyes out in front of the camera. Half of them never cried in front of people, period. We as guys, we're not that open with our emotions. So to see that and have it on record, on camera, when they get picked, to understand what generational wealth means to you as an African American who's being given the chance to play a sport and make millions and change the lives of his family and those around him. For many of them that did it properly and succeeded, I salute them. Those are the greats. Y'all have a good one. I gotta get ready for work. I'll be back on my career mode for the PGA Tour tomorrow before work. Y'all have a great one.